YouTubers. It's been probably about 30 minutes since the last episode, uh, but not much has gotten done really. I got all the tracks, well, not completely in, but there are blueprints for them down. Building stopped though here, mostly because this guy didn't have power. I had to put a power pole. If more had been built, this area would have been powered. But basically, yeah, there's roboports. Like, hey, there's supposed to be a roboport here, but it's not in building range yet. But like this one is in building range of like that one, but we didn't get that far. But I put the power pole in, and you saw the train just arrived. So construction is continuing. Like you can see, they're building this out, and like this roboport. Well, when they're put down, they have a little power, but it's going to run out of power and they're going to stop building. But because this is powered, they will build over some electricity and then this will get powered again. Yeah, so yeah, we just had a small setback. But I am going to now build out the tracks, which I need to pick some up. And then put in some mines. I'm going to add a mine there and there. And probably on these 2 coppers and maybe this iron as well. And we need some, well, there's some stone and coal. So, yeah, we're going to be doing a time lapse for a while. So, see you at the end of that. Okay, we just finished Artillery Range 5 research. So if we look at the map, we should see some more locations being cleared out. That's that train. We should have... Oh, here's the other train. So far, I have not heard the alarm of anything being destroyed, so our walls are holding up really well. Oh, look at that. One little area here in range. This should not have anything in range. Probably should actually take down 55 and 56 here. This train has moved on just a little bit in range here. I think that is coincidental radar scanning. Oh! Oh no. We had left this island as a preserve, but not gonna survive. Yeah, so progress has been made here, but still a long ways to go, especially with the beacons and modules that go in the beacons. Actually, I might have to update this blueprint, because I thought I had added... No, I hadn't. Did not add the oil stuff. I just added the pipes. Well, that's why it's a kickstart factory and not a factory building factory. So far here I have set up most of a... There we go. Oil field here. You know what? It would help if you guys... were connected. There we go. As well as these guys. I was still working on this when the artillery shells had finished. Alright, you're all full up. Look at that. And even one spare tank. I'm gonna put in a second spare tank. So this goes a little quicker for refilling, I think. And besides this oil field here, when we took down the wall that was along here, well, except for this section, which let us do that now. This is our wall deconstructor. just gonna leave it like that. Not sure what taking down all of this will do, but looks like I got a little bit of that cliff there. That's fine. We got this iron ore mine set up. We got the uranium mine and this coal. There's another good coal here. It is actually pretty good. And this is actually quite decent stone. So I'm gonna continue setting up some mines, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're back here at the factory. I apparently blocked a train with my train. Uh, it's progressing, but it's still got quite a ways to go. I think everything but the beacons and obviously the modules for the beacons are in. Or I should say mostly, because, yeah, we're actually missing a lot of belts. And I have to supply a lot of things. Well, I won't say a lot of things. Well, I will say a lot of things in this case. In particular, what I was referring to is all the oil refineries here and chemical plants. But yeah, it looks like it's still quite a ways. But we now have 2 more copper and another iron. Oh, almost another iron. I just need some more belts there. And I did also get this oil field in. And we have 2 stone fields now. But yeah, we need a little bit more still. So I do want to. It looks like this oil is being used, as you saw the oil train kind of was in the way. I think I want to go over here, and we have 3 nice oil fields here to put in, because obviously some of these are using them. And oil is, I won't say a bottleneck, but it's certainly in great supply, especially with all this. But part of the problem this is not all built up is you can see there's only one iron ore train here, and things are being offloaded from it really quick. And all the iron was coming from here, but I've moved one of the trains over to here, but that's not that great either, because this is being used by the science and maybe the walls. But I'm not building any walls right now, so this shouldn't be using anything. So I think I'm gonna come over here and set up 2 more of these iron trains. That should be actually, you're an iron train. Those are water trains. But you're an iron, and you're an iron train. And yeah, hopefully that will help things out. I was hoping that the trains would spread themselves out more. Notice I don't have, like, I have some of these stations. All the stations I've set up now have, well, not all of them, huh? I thought I had copied and pasted. You're set up that way, right? Yes. You see, I have a red wire going across these first 6 chests and to the station, so that the station will disable it if there's less than 2,000 ore here. 2,000 ore is how much will fill a wagon is what it's called. Now, each of them can hold over 2,000, but we need 2,000 at least in total to fill the wagon. And if there's less, the station disables itself, and that would make other trains reroute. You can see, like, hey, this one is turned itself off because, hey, it doesn't have enough here to supply a train, so the train will go to some other copper station like this one. But I don't have that set up on all of them, and you can see, hey, there's a whole big train back up here, and that's not good. So I think I'm going to fix this one. Add additional iron trains, here so we can actually make the beacons faster. Because it was, I mean, both trains were going here and were being bottlenecked because this can't produce quite enough. So that was slowing down production. So I'll fix that, and we'll look at putting in some oil over here, and I'll probably also fix this stone station. Yeah, this stone station is wired up. So, yeah, that's my update for the moment. Looks like we did just get delivery, so things will be progressing somewhat here. But yeah, that's the update. See you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, but I'm way back later in that during the time lapse I muted my microphone and then I recorded this ending with my microphone muted, so here I am after the fact commenting on it. We built this train, I'm calling it the extra items train, and these are the items we're missing. You can see there's quite a few different ones, so this train will be providing them. We're currently waiting on some of those centrifuges. So we have just 2 to go. I had just recently... Oh, here comes the one right now. We should have one left. I had just recently upgraded the centrifuge. So let's head back to the build area before this train gets here and we can watch it offload. Little spoiler, it's not going to come immediately. I know this now. So you can see we're still missing a lot of stuff. Beacons and modules, and I had improved the iron. Yeah. Trying to remember what I was saying. Improved the iron. You can see we're still waiting on different things here. But I also later then went back and improved the copper. You can see the copper train just pulled in. Those are iron trains, those are copper trains. So this should be at its full capacity of production, but it's not that great. We have a bunch of mines set up. I got 2 iron mines, 2 copper mines, 2 stone mines, added even a water, because we're going to need that for oil production. Alright, let's walk over and wait for this train to arrive, which will be waiting quite a while, unfortunately. So yeah, some of the stuff it's bringing over is nuclear, and I also set up a nuclear fuel for the trains, because while this will make nuclear fuel, let's look for that. There's the centrifuges. Okay, here's the nuclear fuel for trains. It's going to take a while before this is making nuclear fuel to supply all the trains here. So we imported some from our Kickstart factory, which all the other factories do, so we can fill up the chests here at the stations, so that the initial trains will have fuel before we make nuclear fuel here in this whole lower section that is dedicated to uranium ammo and nuclear fuel. So let's check in on that train. It should have come already. What I'll find out quickly here is that I thought I had it set for 2 stacks of centrifuges, but it's really set for 3, and a stack is a whole lot of centrifuges. We only need about 1. So in a moment here, I'm gonna just tell the train to come. I think I'm doing that now. Yeah, this is where I noticed there's 101. I thought it would have stopped at 100. Yeah, we're just gonna tell it to come. So it's on its way, and when it gets here, we'll watch it as it begins to fill in some of the supplies. You can see all the centrifuges there, and it's also bringing oil refineries and chemical plants and a few other things, some rail signals. Yeah, there's the nuclear fuel production. Besides rail signals, it's bringing everything for the nuclear power plant, the heat pumps, heat pipes, heat exchangers, and steam turbines, and the nuclear power plants themselves. Alright, it arrived. It's unloading. We can watch the construction bots go almost to 0, as they're almost all going to come and pick up things here. Few are running out of power, but yeah, that's because this is kind of off the beaten path. There's not a direct way, so they have to cross kind of a big gap. But it's where we had room for the station. So let's follow a few of these, see what they're placing. Nobody's placing those centrifuges yet, but that will occur. Here's all the oil stuff that we are bringing in on this train as well. Yeah, it looks like some are placing chests, which there's quite a bit. I brought some earlier myself, but it needs over 100 more. The trains are being brought as well on this. We got locomotives, wagons, both solid and liquid wagons, as there's over 50 trains, I believe. Here you can see some of the oil refineries and chemical plants are being put in. Yep, that's looking pretty good. Oh, and also, yes, the substations are also being brought. Apparently, I designed this with a few substations in areas to cover large areas, but then other places I have the medium electric poles all over the place, so it wasn't really consistent. I guess the substations are a little more economical, but they don't fit every place, so you need kind of a little bit of room. And I probably could have fit them in here, but you can see that's just a nice grid of medium power poles. And all the centrifuges are in now. We're still, got beacons and modules we're waiting on, but mostly everything else is in place at this point. So, you see, yeah, we got 2 iron. There's actually 4 different iron stations, so I might go and build a few more iron mines between episodes so we can keep up with the demand. There's a nice one there with 16 million. And there's another one up here with 11 million. A little small, but it's better than nothing. And here's another coal mine. We only have 1 coal mine. Again, up there was another neat little iron, which we might as well do as well. Okay, don't really recall what I said after that. But yeah, so it's probably going to be another hour or so to get all these beacons in place, because we don't really build them at that quick of a rate. But yeah, that's all that's really left to do. So I'll say thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe and wash your hands.